Hi everybody, hello, gone a bit glitchy. I think there might be some thunder around, that's why it's causing it to go a bit weird. But I think we'll be alright. So I'm back again with the Tim Holtz folder. And yesterday we put this lovely pocket in, I really like it. Actually this morning when I got this out to look at and I opened it up, it was nicer than I remembered it being, to be honest. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, I don't mean it in that way, it's just Tim Holtz, isn't it? It's gorgeous. So today I thought we would start to address the pages, if you like. What was told to me is dividers, which I can quite see why. And what I've done is I've taken the first one off. You can start from either end. I don't think it makes any difference. I've just taken the first one off and I've covered it. I want to put those somewhere where they're not going to get crumpled. Because if you could see my desk, it's like a crumple zone. Anyway, I've covered it with one of the Tim Holtz backdrops. And I'm really sorry, I can't tell you which backdrop this is from. But a yellow one, basically. Because today's page is going to be yellow. And before I go any further, I must pay my thanks to a YouTube channel called Marley Designs. It's a girl called Marley, she's a Dutch lady. She's a maker for Tim Holtz, and I follow her like I follow all the makers for Tim Holtz. And it was her that put the idea into my head, to cover a folder, because she covered a plastic one, very successfully actually, and also to separate the colours out in that backdrops number 5 and use each one. Although I must say that I think I probably had that thought before, but with all thanks to her for that. So what I want to do is put a pocket on here. So I have got out also another piece of the backdrop paper, and what else was it? Yes, this. Now I'm not sure if this is a piece of backdrop. Yeah, must be, it's the same width. Yes, it is, but that's also very similar to something that's in the memorandum, something like that. Okay, so what I want to do then is make a pocket, and I want it to be about, let me just pop that to one side. Don't fall off there, that's just not what you're supposed to do. I want it to be about 3 inches. I want it to be about that much, however much that is, I'll tell you in a sec. Lost my pencil. Yeah, about there. So that measures, about between 3 1/4 and 3 1/2, something like that. And let's cut that off with my little tiny trimmer. It's so useful, this thing, really is. Because it can live on my desk. Because even my desk, the mess it's in, I've still got room for this tiny trimmer, and that's just brilliant, suits me very well. So that's going to go there and form a pocket. Now, what I will say is I'm just going to punch out these 3 holes on the back. They came with the divider, and I haven't put them over onto the yellow page yet. So let's just punch those out and then we'll see. Oh. I have ordered some hole reinforcers from Amazon. They'll be here tomorrow. I was going to order a die, an Elizabeth Kraft's die, and you get all sorts of different hole reinforcers, etc. And I still like that idea, except it's blinking expensive. So I kind of thought, no, I'll just get hole reinforcers, ordinary ones, you know, from a stationery shop, except it's Amazon, and just colour them up myself. I'll see what that looks like. If it looks a bit shonky, I'll put on my big girl pants and order the Elizabeth Kraft design one. But I think we'll be all right. There we go. So that's just giving us those holes there. So now we can see kind of where we're going. So I want the holes to be fairly central to that. What I want really is this to be up, I guess that's about 1/2 inch from the bottom, something like that. And I need to trim it off because the full width is this bit at the top with the tab on. By the time you get to here, it's a bit narrower. So let's make a mark there and a mark there and trim that off. So this is going to be our pocket. I'm just going to keep all my little bits, every last single little bit, because you never know when you want something to stamp on to make something, do you? There we go. So that's going to go there and that'll be fine, right? So I just want to ink around here. Get my ink out. Oh, this is something else I'm waiting for from blinking Kraft stash. I ordered a big pad of archival ink, you know, not this doll's house size pack that I've got. I told you guys when I ordered it, it's ages ago now. But it's kept saying processing. Well, blinking quick enough to take my money. That didn't process for very long. But they have, however, changed it onto dispatch today. So we'll see how long it takes to get here. I have already inked around the page itself. There we go. So that's going to go there like that. Then I want just a slice of this to go along the middle. Now I want to stamp this stamp on it. So I'm going to have to make it to the right width first, which is there. And I want it to be, how big do I want it to be? Just that size and not much more, really. That's not any help, is it? Let's measure it. That might be the best help. Making things cack-handed today. It's about 1 3/4. 1 3/4. Let's do that then. Let's cut off 1 3/4. Like that, and then just where we made that mark for the width. Lovely. There we go. And that's going to go across there like that. So we're going to have a kind of stacked pocket in a way. So before I ink that, I just want to roughen the edges up a bit. Otherwise it's just going to look like paper upon paper. I might even tear it. Who knows? I'm feeling in a teary mood. Oh, funny thing happened today. I was sitting here crafting and Mr. F, what did he go out for? I can't remember why he went out. Maybe to post something. I honestly can't remember why he went out. Oh yeah, he wanted to go to the tip because we had loads of stuff that just, it wasn't worth passing on to anybody, to be honest. So the back of our car was just full of stuff for the tip. So he decided he'd go and get rid of that. And when he was in our local, little village, well, it's not a little village, Brampton. It's not tiny by comparison to some villages around here. I mean, for example, it's got 3 charity shops. So gauge for yourself, it's not tiny. However, he went into the charity shops, and next thing I knew, I got this message from him saying, "You've made the big time. You're in the charity shop." What? What do you mean? And he said that a box that I'd made, it's got to be 4 years ago now. I think I've told you before, we used to sell bits and pieces through the florist shop in Brampton, but that all kind of fell by the wayside when COVID struck. And we never really picked it up again, to be honest. But certainly those boxes I used to sell through the florists. And he found it in the charity shop and it was so cheap. So he said, I'm going to buy it, because we couldn't buy another box for that. And sometimes if we've got journals to package up and they're going a long way or whatever, or sometimes maybe not even a long way, we pop them inside a box just to be secure, really. So, you know, he rightly said, it's so inexpensive. I'm buying it. You know, we just couldn't buy the blank box for that cost. So, yeah, he bought it and brought it home, and yeah, I remember it. It's one of mine. I did a whole series of those in acrylic paints with sort of loose flowers on them. I actually really enjoyed making them. But, so yeah, I've made it big. I've hit the charity shops. You know, you've been going quite a while, don't you, when you're actually turning up in charity shops. I think I must feel a bit like those authors, you know, that they bring their book out and, you know, they think they're the big I am, and then next thing you know, they're dumping, publishers are dumping their books in some of these sort of book sale warehouses because they just don't sell. I just imagine, you know, if you were an author and you walked into one of those shops and you saw huge stacks of your book there, you'd feel, oh, that wasn't going too well then, was it? So yeah, I was in a charity shop. Is that going to fit there? Yeah, just lovely. Right, so let's ink this up. Don't ask me which stamp set this comes from. It's in my pile of frequently used stamps. And there we go. And I want to get this fairly near the middle, so excuse me if my head pops in, but I've kind of got to... There we go. Phew. Let's give the ink a little minute to transfer. Press it down. There we go. Lovely. Oh, it's a little bit smudged there, but that's all right. That'll be okay. Don't think I was holding the stamping block down firmly enough, but it's fine. Right, I'm just going to stamp that off. Okay. So the next thing I want to do while I've got my stamp block out is I've got this long thin stamp which I'm pretty sure came from the correspondence set. Where's my... Oh, there it is, I think that's the one I'm using. Yeah. Okay, where did I put my stamp block? Oh, it's here, it's under me. Here it is. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. There we go, and I'm going to just ink that up. It's quite a solid black one, this, so it'll stand out, which is good. I'm just going to put it on the bottom of the page, and I'm just doing it now because I've got the stamp block out. So just along there. Lovely, that's very nice, very nice. Stamp a bit of that excess off, there we go. Saves my fingers getting too dirty. And I don't know what oh, there it is. Okay, so let's progress. So I want that mounted onto there. I don't know whether to just tear that a little bit because I've got this smudgified bit there. I mean, it's not terrible. I'll show you and you can see. It's this bit here, I think, that's a bit worse. I could just tear it. Let's do that. So I'm just going to tear down there, and then I'm just going to roll it around. Sometimes it's best if you get your pokey tool out. Sometimes you might even have to dampen it a little bit just to get it to roll. But usually you can persuade it just to roll a little bit. Like that. Roll a bit more, roll a bit more. There we go. So it's just rolling nicely. Looks like a tear, which indeed is what it is. You saw me tear it, so that's what it is. Oh, this is a tricky one, I think, because I'm left-handed. Let's just do it with my fingers if I can. Yeah, there we go. I like that. That's fine. Needs a goodly dollop of ink on it, I think. Might, in fact, glue that down a little bit. That looks nice. I'm not going to glue it at this moment. If it needs gluing, I'll attend to it shortly. Right, so that's going to go there. Now, I want to build up behind that and also in front of it. So what I'm going to use is this little blue tit. It's a one of mine. I painted it myself because I wanted something that had yellow in it, basically. So that can go there, but it's only on paper, this, because I think it's in the, I'm pretty sure we put this in the Ko-fi shop. So just go there and download it. It's free, just download it, and then you'll have it if you want to use it. Or if you've got other birds or whatever, you might choose to use those. What I did was I printed it out, and then I went over the whole thing with, I made a, put some ink down here and just brushed on some vintage photo because it was very, very bright. It was too bright, so I've darkened it down. So I want to use this, and I'm just going to put that in behind there, like that, just to support this bird because it's just on paper and it'll get bent if it's just a pocket. So I'm just going to bring that down so it's like that. So it's sitting behind the bird, and this is going to be all the pockets. You're still going to put things in behind there, so I can do that, I think, right away. Let's ink around that one. So yes, I'm famous. I've been in the local charity shop. I think Mr. F took a photo and put it on the group for you all to have a laugh at me. I'm actually heartened that somebody thought it was worth giving to the charity shop. So, yeah. Right, so I'm just going to put some glue along the bottom and behind it a little bit, just along the bottom there, because that's what's going to go into the thing, I think. And then on the back as well. So let's see where that's going to go. About there, maybe, I don't know. Further down, further down, further down to about there. I shouldn't have glued that on yet because I need to stick the bird in, you silly ninny. Silly ninny. And of course it's going to stick, why wouldn't it? Right, let's get some glue on this birdie and get him stuck on. Oh, he's going over the top, isn't he? That's all right, then I can stick that down. Too much talking, not enough thinking. That's what's going on here.
It's a woman thing.
It's a woman thing. Yeah, I mean, for those of you that are in the group, I'm really sorry about stopping doing the tag swap. But a lot of people, I mean, not just one or two, a lot of people have come forward and said that they've been let down by their tag partner. They've made a first approach to them, and they've swapped addresses and everything. They've gone ahead, made the tag, included some you know, nice bits as a rack, and then been totally let down. Nothing from the other party, which is horrible. And so I wasn't prepared to do that again. And I just decided to stop the whole thing. And I know that it's hard on some of you because I know that you like to do it. But it's really, you know, it's not good. It's not good behaving that way. We don't condone that sort of behaviour in our group. If it was just one person, maybe even two, I would have been all right. I'd let it go. But the numbers of people that we are being told about, it's quite shocking, really. And I'm disappointed that they're in our group, frankly. But there you go. Right, so over here, I've got my box of all the yellow ephemera. It's in with the orange as well, because I haven't got enough boxes to... there's a nice yellow piece. Stay there, out of the way. Yeah, so let's just lay some pieces out. Got that one. I have laid some other pieces out as well. We'll have a look at those in a second. Oh, I like those. They're nice. I'll lay one of those out. Bingo card, like that. Pay the order of. That's probably it, I think. Oh, there's that. That's nice. Right, okay, that's about it for yellows. I don't know what that's doing in there. It's neither yellow nor orange. But that's fabric, but it is very nice. I don't think I can fit it in there. Oh, got another one of those. And that. Right, let's lay those out then and see what's occurring. What's occurring? I think I definitely want something that's blue, just to pick up on this. Just maybe even one thing, but I don't have any blue little bits of ephemera. So I went and got myself a blue sheet of card out the drawers. Now we've tidied them all up. Incredible as it is, I know where to go to find blue card. I'm amazed. I am, really. So I just want to stamp something onto there that I can make a little piece of ephemera out of. Yeah, that's the sheet with the birds on. You can see how bright they are. And I've just toned that one down. I think he looks darn sight better for it. You don't have to use that bird. I'm just saying it. If you do want to, it's free in the coffee shop. So let's find a nice little... Oh, well, there's a little... Yeah, that's nice. That would make a nice... Is it too big? Don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got that square one. Seem to be liking my labels. I've got that one. That is too big, I think. Well, if that's too big, that's too big because it's the same size. I think that's it for actual labels. Right, so where did I put it then? Don't say I put it back in. What's going on with me today? Ugh. That's too big, that specimen one, I think. Where did I put my label-y things? Let's just use this one, please, before I get carried away. And I'm just going to do it in black because I can't see any other colour showing up on this quite dark blue. There we go. And now I need something to put in it. So same problem again. What am I going to put in it? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, like that. Like that. That'll do me. One little stamp and it can't even stay up by itself. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's see if I've got a word that'll just go above that there. I don't know that I have, but I might have. Oh, there's one here that says tag number. Look at that. That's just perfect. This is my box of what I call my frequently used stamps box. And before I got the Sam Poole stamps, this was where all my frequently used. Going to be quiet now while I concentrate. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Excellent. So if you don't have a piece of ephemera in the right colour, then jolly well make one. That's what I say. So that'll go with my Blue Tits plumage. Let's cut that out of here. You never know, I might need this blue again. It's very thin card or very thick paper, whichever way you want to look at it, really. I've got my thumb right on that lettering, so I hope it's dry. It's not shiny, which is my saving grace. Because the one I did yesterday was on shiny card and it just smeared. There we go. Very nice. I shall ink round it and we'll see what we've got. See what it looks like. This is getting very grubby, isn't it? It looks really horrible actually. It looks vintage itself. I think that's okay actually. Quite pleased with that. Might just go over the middle with a bit of vintage photo, just age it up a bit. Okay, right, let's see where we're at. So there's our pocket, and I've got this one piece of blue that I think will probably go there. Maybe down a little bit like that. Where's my backdrop? Here it is. So it's going to go there like that. So yeah, I like that there. I could do with a piece of yellow or a piece of just something neutral maybe, just to go along there. Let's see what I've got in the land of neutrals. I've got a new pack of Curator's snippets, but I think they're all maybe, oh there's a nice biggish one. Field label. I'd lose the top of the label, so let's just see what I've got in the neutrals box by way of small stuff. Could do with my letters strips. I wonder if I know where they are. No, I don't know where they are. Daring and optimistic. And an actual real piece of ruler. Look at that. It's real. It's wood. Anyway, for skill and amusement only, that's one of my favourite ever Timmy things. I love it. That's quite nice. I think it's been cut out of a larger piece. No, it's kind of the wrong colour. I want light brown, not light grey, really. If I can find it. Ah, maybe in some of these collage strips there's something that I want. Telephone, Fort Hill. Oh, I quite like that bit there. Let's use that. One of these days, I think I said this yesterday, but one of these days I'm going to make a collage, a long collage strip. I might actually do it on the premiere on Sunday. That would be a nice relaxing thing to do, relaxing thing for you to watch, hopefully. I think we did make something fairly similar a while ago. I don't know. I forget, honestly I do. So that's going there. So could have that just coming out of there, or just underneath there. That might look better. Let's just tuck that in there. Yeah, okay. Quite like that. Something on the top here. Let's search again. Where are all my little bits? One of those would do. Are they all one? Yeah, I think so. I could cut them, but I'll leave them all together for now. Ah, so much goodness. So much goodness. That's a cute little thing. I could pop that just up there. I've glued his log down. I have, but I can unglue it. Yeah, I could put that just there, just popping up there. So you'd see it underneath this tear. And its log would just go onto that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ink this up. Great, and stick that down there. I might want to just darken this bit at the bottom where that tear is. Yeah, that's fine. That's great. Okay, so I need some ink. This stuff in the bottle is not ink. Some glue on there. Slide that into place. And get it just under there. Just down to the bottom like that. That's great. Fabulous. It's fine. And I don't think I want to put anything else under there, so I can actually stick that down in total like that. Great. So that's that. I can stick his twig that he's standing on. I can stick it down. There we go. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Right, so I've got this section here. Maybe something yellow actually would go there. What about pay the order of? Or is that just a bit... Oh, I've stuck that down onto there. I don't think I meant to do that. Oh well, it's done now. What about that there? Just there. No, it's too yellow. Too yellow. Maybe I want something brownified. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I've got some yellow circles. Would that go there? Yeah, I think it would actually, quite like that. Okay, let's do that then. Hooray! We've decided on something. It always takes me ages to do collages. I'm envious of the people who can just sit down and put things, yeah, that's going there, and then they just glue them and that's that. I don't work like that. I just can't. I cannot work that quickly. So that's going to come just over the top of there. Marginally, tiny little bit. Right, that's fine. And then we've got these to put in. That's going to go there. That's going to go kind of there. I wonder if the yellow would look better against the blue. Yeah, I think so. I like that. Okay, let's do that then. Let's stick this down. Well, actually, this whole thing can now get stuck down. and there's just the very top edge along there and all the back of it. So just there, I think, was where I thought about it. Lovely. And then the blue one, which is coming out over the top. Yep. And we've definitely inked around it. Just like so. Wow, this glue takes no prisoners. Once it's down, it's down. Art glitter glue's like that as well, isn't it? Once it's down, it's absolutely down. And then I've got this yellow circle that I'm just going to pop there. I quite like that. It's nice and bright. Oh, let's ink it first. Oh, I did that yesterday. I went to stick something down, realised I hadn't inked around it, so inked it while the back was all gluey. Oh my goodness, what a mess I got into. Just want to make this look inked. There we go. Stick this on. Just, why do I always get it the wrong way up? Stick that on there, like so. And that looks nice there. 3 nice bright yellow things. Lovely. Okay, so that's going to go down there like that. Just have a look at where your holes are. You know, make sure you're covering them, covering all your bits. So that's going to go there. What else needs stuck down? This bit here. And it needs inking down the side. Great. And I'm quite pleased with that for the pocket. I might put some remnant rubs. Is that what they're called? Remnant rubs? Yeah, I think so. Along here. Let's have a look what I've got. I laid out the wordy ones. Dwell in possibility. Yes, that is indeed where I live, in possibility.
Oh, you think, yeah.
Guys, I am so sorry. I've just noticed that I paused at some stage and then I didn't unpause you. I am so sorry. I don't even know where you were when I paused you. So I'll just show you what I've done and just accept my apologies. This is our pocket here. Let's take these out like that so you can see what I've done. And then I started to make the contents of the pocket. So I've got this big piece, it's a layer piece I think, and this piece also a layer piece. And I'm going to put those in, and I want it to be quite near the top. I know that doesn't seem to make sense, but it's kind of where they're going. Like that, and then this piece in there, but over that side. I've got some glue, a glue situation going on here. What can I use to move the glue? That's a good question. Let's stick this down there. I didn't think I'd actually put that much glue on, but obviously I did. So I'm going to put that there, down there. Maybe a little bit further up, like that. Then I've got a collage strip that I've inked around. and that's going to go there, like that. And then I've got this little number strip. These are from the, what they're called? I don't know what they're called. Collage palette, something like that, I think. Maybe, something like that. And I'm going to put that there, stick it there, which will stick kind of everything down. But then I'm going to stitch over it. You don't have to. It's not mandatory. So don't kind of throw your hands up in horror at stitching. It'll be fine. We'll be okay. You don't have to do it. You could put faux stitching around it because I think that would look quite nice. And I've got this. I don't even know where this came from. Probably the same source, actually. And I don't know whether I can get it in or not. Whether there's a place for it or not, but I do like it. Don't know, I'll leave that off for the time being. So I've inked everything apart from the 2 shiny layers. Now, these can be, even with archival ink or stays on or whatever, there can be a bit of a bugbear to actually get ink on. So I've just got my nail file, emery board, whatever it is, and I'm just going to go around the edge. Just go lightly, because it's really easy to take a load off here. Oh, I'm really sorry about pausing you when I didn't mean to. It's so annoying. Because now I can't remember what I've said to you. I know I was chatting the whole time. But what about? I haven't got a clue. So just at the corners, I'm just going to take a little bit more off. There we go, and I'm going to ink that. And this time the ink will sit down into that bit that we've sanded off with a nail file. Otherwise, I'm afraid it just smears, like you saw what happened yesterday when I didn't leave it for hours to dry. There we are, so that's inked around. I'm just going to do the same to the other one as well. So, just with my nail file, a little bit extra at the corners. Sorry if that noise drives you mad. I quite like it myself, but I can understand it could drive you bonkers. There we go. Well, it's been raining all morning here. Our nice summer sunshine has deserted us now, I think. Probably for the rest of the summer. But it was raining. I think it's actually dried up now. But it's dull, overcast, miserable. Just wipe off any bits that are around. And I'm just going to ink this up. And it's the best way I can find to actually get your ink to stay. If you have other ways, please comment below. Be very interested. There we go. Right, so that's that done. So, how am I going to put these and where am I going to sew? That's the question. Right, that's going to go in there as far that way as I can, bearing in mind I've got holes, so I can't cover those up. And I want it quite close to the top because I'm going to clip it. So that's going there. Then this one is going as far that way as I can get it. Let's just stick my Timmy ruler in there and see if I can gain any more room. It's amazing how that glue spreads, isn't it? I hardly put any on. Let's just go down there with my Timmy ruler. I think that's a little better. Just be careful when you're doing that you don't just unglue everything. So I'm going to bring that to there. Then I've got this, which goes there, and then this. And I want that exactly there, I think. Do I? What does that look like? Yeah, I like that. Maybe it's a bit too central on this section. So let's just pick that up and see where else I could have it. About there, maybe. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to stick that down over the two pieces there, and then I'm going to stitch around it. So just there, numbers just sticking out the top. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. There we go. So I'm going to pause you, and I will pay good attention to unpausing you when I come back. And I'm going to stitch this through all 3 layers. The collage strip and both of the shiny layers. Okay? Okay, I remembered to unpause you, my goodness. So I have stitched this little piece on there, like that. I've left a couple of tails. They're not really long. I don't like them when they're too long, but I don't like them when they're cut off, you know, right at the stitching either. And I've stuck everything down, so now I've just got one journal card. So I can actually cut that off along the bottom as well. So let's just do that. So this is our journal card here. It's also a collage, and it would fit right down into the pocket, but it would go to there, which is beyond where I want it to go. So I'm going to just bring it up, and I'm going to clip it up there, which I rather like. So I'm going to bring that right almost to the top there, so I can see that number, which is great. And I should have a little Timmy clip somewhere. Oh no, it's gone on the walkabout list. Huh. It's gone missing. Where did I put my metal bits? Don't tell me I was super keen and put them away. That would just be too much to believe. It's been discovered. So this is kind of all my Timmy bits. Ah, there's a little clip. That's what I'm after. You get index clips as well. You get all sorts of clips. Timmy makes great metal stuff. So that's not really all of my metal stuff, you understand. I do have more. Of course I've got more. So I'm just going to clip that to the top. And then when we come to do the back of this page, which I'll be doing in a different colour, that clip can just come off and it can hold something else on the back. So that reminds me, we just need to cut out those, punch out those holes again, because we stuck the pocket on, didn't we? So let's punch those out. Oh, I'm so sorry that I forgot to unpause you, because I was chatting away quite nicely today. But there you go. One of those things. There we are. Right. So let's bring the file folder in, which is this one, and put it in. And I'm also going to put these in as well, just to stop them getting bent up and the edges caught and, you know, all those things that happen. So just make sure they're lined up nicely like that, and then they should go on no problem, hopefully. There we go. Lovely. So there we have it. There's our yellow page. I really like it. I think actually it looks slightly better in real life than it does on camera, but I do like it. And of course I did another one earlier on, which was this one. You can see it's the same recipe if you like, but just slightly different pieces of ephemera, etc. And So that's our 2 yellow pages done, and next time we'll move on to the back of this piece with a different colour. Don't know what yet, but it will be a different colour. So there we have it. Thanks for joining me. Look at the state of my desk. Oh my goodness. I'll see you really soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.